Welcome to the Wealth Beyond Debt Show. I'm your host, Sarah, and sitting alongside me is my wonderful team member, Leah. In today's episode, we're diving into how to create a financial plan to pay off debt, the fastest way, and start living life on your own terms, debt-free. We'll discuss the rising household debt levels and the importance of understanding your financial health. We'll also touch on effective strategies for eliminating credit card debt, exploring alternatives to bankruptcy, and the latest debt relief initiatives available. Let's get started on the path to financial freedom. Welcome to our chat on carving out a debt-free life. It's like trying to swim with bricks tied to your ankles, right?
Yep, exactly. It's that feeling where every payment drags you down, making it tough to keep your head above water.
Absolutely. And the idea is to create a personalized plan to drop that dead weight. It's like building a path toward financial freedom using tried and true strategies and tools.
Right, and it seems we've got several strategies on the table: the Snowball, the Avalanche, and even a mix of both.
Yep, exactly. With the snowball method, you attack your debts starting with the smallest balance. You pay the minimum on all the others, and then, step by step, you roll over what you freed up for the next one. It's like a snowball that just keeps growing.
That visual really sticks. But then there's the Avalanche method, which tackles the highest interest rate first. Though, it might take longer to see one debt completely vanish.
Right, and the avalanche can actually save you more cash in the long run because you're cutting off those steep interest costs quick. Though, some folks might find the slower wins less motivating.
Yeah, and I can see why someone might prefer seeing debts paid off one by one for the boost in morale, even if it's not the most cost-efficient route.
Exactly, and that's where the combination method comes in. It's like, starting with the snowball to knock out a few small balances quickly, then switching to avalanche mode for those big, interest-burdened debts.
Right.
That gives you a hybrid approach.
Yeah, it's a flexible playbook. Now, what about those debt payoff planners? They seem to be a game changer these days.
Oh, for sure. Think of debt payoff planners as your budget spreadsheets, apps, or even specialized software that organize your finances for you. They take manual tracking off your plate, automating the whole process, like a digital personal trainer for your wallet.
I agree. And some of these tools even sync with your accounts to give you real-time data, which makes tracking progress so much easier.
Exactly. It's like, having a financial GPS that really maps out your fastest route to get out of debt, with adjustments along the way for any bumps.
That's a neat analogy. And speaking of getting out of debt, what about the role of financial planners in this whole process?
Oh, absolutely. A certified financial planner can be a huge help in drafting a blueprint, managing budgets, and even strategizing which debt method to use. They know the ins and outs, type of, personal intricacies that can affect your plan.
Yeah,
That professional touch can be crucial.
I agree, but here's where I get a bit wary. These planners can be pretty pricey, and for many people, especially those buried in debt, it might be a tough call to afford one.
That's a valid concern. Budget constraints are real, and sometimes managing spreadsheets yourself or using an app is far more practical. It really depends on your personal situation and discipline.
Right, and not every self-proclaimed planner is certified, so it's important to check credentials and ensure they truly have a fiduciary commitment to your best interests.
Exactly. It's a bit like choosing a doctor. You want someone who's proven and certified rather than a quick fix or an amateur.
Right, yeah. Now, circling back to debt payoff planners, even a simple spreadsheet can be um, a lifeline if it keeps you focused and structured.
Yes, and if you're juggling a million things, then having a tool to track progress, set custom goals, and even calculate optimal payoff paths is invaluable, like having a Swiss Army knife for your finances.
Exactly, and that brings us to specialized tools like Debt Free Made Eazy, which sound like super advanced with algorithms and all that.
For sure. Imagine all your accounts in one secure location with a tool that acts almost like a financial GPS. It's constantly recalculating routes to debt freedom, much like how your Maps app finds the fastest route home during rush hour. That real-time, adaptive approach could really take some of the manual stress off your plate.
The idea is that if the system's doing the heavy lifting, you can focus on staying consistent rather than getting bogged down by calculations.
Exactly. Consistency is key here. Paying off debt isn't about overnight miracles. It's about setting up a sustainable system that you can commit to for years.
Right.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right, and that point really ties into the overall plan. First, note all debts, interest rates, and monthly payments, then create a realistic budget that balances essentials and debt repayment.
Yes, and it's like building your foundation. You need to know exactly where you stand financially before moving forward. Otherwise, you're just guessing.
Absolutely. And after that, you explore which strategy, Snowball, Avalanche, or a mix, will work best for you. The key is to pick something you not only can do, but also stick with through thick and thin.
Exactly. It's super important to choose a method that resonates with your personality and lifestyle. If you're disciplined with spreadsheets, then manual planners might be your jam.
Yeah.
But if you crave some tech assistance, then debt payoff apps could be the way.
Flexibility is crucial. Sometimes it might even be beneficial to switch methods midstream if you feel you need that motivational boost.
Right, switching gears might be the secret sauce. It's like, tweaking your workout routine when your body hits a plateau. A little variation can go a long way in keeping you motivated.
Exactly, though I'd argue that having too many changes might risk the whole plan falling apart if you're not consistent.
True, I can see that. It requires a balance. Enough variety to keep things interesting, but the plan needs to be solid enough to stick with over time.
Right.
Consistency is the real game changer here.
And let's not forget the mental side of this. Paying off debt isn't just a numbers game, it's emotionally taxing too. Keeping track of your progress, celebrating small wins, and having a plan that motivates you is essential.
Absolutely. This is where debt payoff planners shine. They not only structure your finances, but can also offer that visual progress tracking that boosts morale. It's like checking your mileage during a marathon and realizing you've come pretty far.
That positive feedback loop can really make a difference. Now, putting it all together, the plan starts with listing out your debts, budgeting, examining strategies, and then maybe even consulting a pro if it suits your needs.
Exactly. And even if you start with a simple spreadsheet, it lays the groundwork for eventually integrating more advanced tools, like those with cutting-edge algorithms.
Yeah.
It can evolve as your needs change over time.
And that evolution is key, because as life changes, so do your financial circumstances. It's essential to adapt, revise goals, and stay on track.
Right. So remember, building a financial plan to pay off debt is all about crafting a system that fits your lifestyle, using proven strategies and tools as your roadmap. Step by step, day by day.
Absolutely. Whether it's the Snowball, Avalanche, a combination of both, or a high-tech financial planner, the goal is clear. Free yourself from debt and start building a secure, wealthier future.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I've been using Debt Free Made Eazy for the past few months. I had a mortgage with about $350,000 left, originally 30 years to go, and I felt overwhelmed. Since I started, I've stuck with a clear plan, reduced my debt faster than I expected, and I'm on track to pay off the mortgage in just 5 years, saving me over $220,000 in interest and payments. It's not a magic fix. It's a steady, guided approach that helps you prioritize, stay motivated, and see real progress. If you're tired of the debt cycle, this program has helped me take control and move toward true financial freedom. Your freedom from debt is closer than you think. Join the millions who've used Debt Free Made Eazy and start your journey today. I'm excited to see where this takes me. Thanks for giving me the path to a brighter financial future. Click the link below to learn more and start your own journey to financial freedom with Debt Free Made Eazy. You know, it's really fascinating how credit cards can be like a double-edged sword, offering amazing rewards on one side, free flights, luxury hotel stays, and heaps of cash back. Yet on the flip side, they can lead you into a debt trap if you're not careful.
Absolutely. There's this whole art and science behind working credit cards responsibly. I mean, it's all about balancing those awesome perks with handling the inevitable risks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like, think of your credit card as a powerful tool. It can open doors to treats like reward points and welcome bonuses. But if you let it, it can also, dig you a really deep hole of debt.
Yeah. And the credit card companies, they're like masters at using incentives to get you to spend more. They dangle these rewards right in front of you, from bonus points for early spending to cash back on everyday things like groceries and streaming, which really makes it hard to resist.
Sure does. Exactly. What's interesting is that the companies also sneak in a bunch of fees, annual fees, late payment fees, even fees for just going over your limit. And then there are those super low introductory rates that spike up once the period ends. It's like, they lure you in with a sweet deal and then, boom, the real cost kicks in.
Mm. Yeah, and that's something that I find a bit problematic. I mean, don't you think that sometimes these tactics are almost too deceptive? It seems like they're designed to make you overspend, which frankly feels a bit
That's a
unfair to
solid
the
point.
consumer.
I totally agree. It's almost like they're setting you up for a trap. And that's why before you even pick up a credit card, you really need to ask yourself, am I a credit card person? I mean, are you someone who can stay disciplined, or do you tend to splurge when the rewards call your name?
Yeah, that's crucial. Right. So self reflection is key. You have to honestly evaluate your habits. And if you're someone who's always been cautious with your spending, then the rewards might actually work in your favor. But if you're prone to impulse buys, then maybe sticking to debit might be the smarter play.
Absolutely. And once you've determined that you can handle the responsibility, then it's all about choosing the right card. Look for one with a low interest rate that matches your spending habits. Like if you're a frequent flyer, go for travel points. If you're more about daily expenses, maybe a strong cashback offering is your thing.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop with just picking the right card. It's also about managing it properly, creating a budget, tracking your spending, and absolutely paying off your statement balance every month. Because
Right on.
any balance you carry is going to cost you with those crazy high interest rates.
Yeah. And here's something that really gets to the heart of credit card responsibility. Never overspend just for the sake of rewards. I mean, if your balance isn't exactly zero at the end of the month, you're essentially paying interest on top of your spending, and that's just not worth it.
Yeah, I hear you. Exactly. And it can be so tempting to think that accumulating rewards must mean you're getting a great deal. But in reality, if the rewards don't outweigh the costs, you're not winning at all.
That's the risk for sure. And there's another angle to all of this, the idea of financial foresight. Imagine having a kind of GPS for your credit card debt where you can see like exactly when you'll be debt free or how changes in your spending might affect your payoff date. It's almost like having a built-in roadmap for your financial future.
Mm, yes, I love that analogy, a financial GPS. It's almost like you'd enter your destination, say debt free living, and the system shows you the fastest route to get there, including every twist and turn of your expenses and income.
Exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like, instead of manually tracking every dollar and feeling overwhelmed by the complexity, this kind of tool automates the process. It takes into account all your financial factors, income, expenses, debts, interest, and lays out a clear plan for
That's
you.
innovative. And it's not just about cutting months off your repayment time, but also about saving thousands in interest payments, which can really add up over time. It seems like an absolute game changer for those feeling swamped by debt.
Mm, totally. It's almost like you have a personal financial coach guiding you through each step, suggesting which debts to target first and how much to pay each month. And the best part is, as your financial situation changes, The roadmap updates automatically to reflect that.
That sounds super helpful. Right, but I have a little reservation here. What if someone isn't comfortable with technology or finds that these financial algorithms feel too um, impersonal? Not everyone wants to rely on a software for such intimate financial decisions.
That's a fair critique. True, and while it's definitely a powerful tool for many, it's important to remember that no tool replaces a solid understanding of your finances. For those who prefer a hands-on approach, manual budgeting and regular account checks are
Absolutely.
still crucial.
Right. So it's not exactly one size fits all. The technology is amazing if you're comfortable with it, but it also demands that you stay alert and informed about your spending habits too.
Exactly, couldn't agree more. And stepping back to the broader strategies, it starts with self-awareness about whether you can handle credit. If you're diligent about paying your balance in full each month, then you're leveraging credit cards as a tool to build rewards. But if you already have multiple balances that need settling, adding another card might only further complicate your
that's
finances.
So, in a nutshell, the responsible use of credit cards comes down to strategic planning, understanding the pitfalls, like sneaky fees and high interest, and consistently working on paying off your balance.
Right? And it's about turning a potential liability into an advantage by utilizing rewards for benefits while keeping a tight rein on debt. And that means knowing the ins and outs of your card, like the expiry dates on some rewards, and ensuring you're not, letting those points go to waste.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of points going to waste, it's interesting how some rewards expire if you don't use your account for a certain period, anywhere between 1 to 3 years. That little detail really emphasizes the need to stay active and intentional with your credit card use.
It really does. And that ties back into the idea of monitoring your account consistently. Logging in regularly helps you, catch any sneaky fees or unusual charges early on. Plus, it keeps you aware of your spending patterns so you can adjust if you start to slip.
True. It sounds like using credit cards responsibly is, well, almost a holistic approach to personal finance, merging discipline, smart choices, and technology where it fits.
Absolutely. For sure. And we really need to highlight that one major tip. Never ever overspend in the hope of getting rewards. Those high interest rates on credit cards can quickly undo any benefits you gain, turning rewards into regrets.
I know, right? It's kind of like if you're chasing a mirage, you might end up with nothing but a desert of debt.
Exactly. So to sum it up in a way, choose your card wisely, stick to a budget, pay off your balance in full monthly, and then use tools like financial GPS software if you feel that extra guidance could help you chart your financial journey.
That's a neat encapsulation. And remember, it's all about self-awareness. If you're a cautious spender and can master discipline, then credit cards can be a fantastic resource. But if not, maybe consider other payment methods to avoid getting into a debt spiral.
Right. Exactly. And it just goes to show that managing credit is less about having access to a card and more about having the right mindset and tools in place. It's almost like you're building good money habits that extend beyond just credit card usage.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because this isn't just about avoiding financial pitfalls. It's really an empowerment thing, taking control of your finances with a deliberate plan.
Yeah, I love that perspective. Right. It's about making credit cards work for you instead of becoming a burden. When you align your spending with your long-term financial goals and use the available tools, you're setting yourself up for success.
Definitely. So would you say that the key takeaway here is about balancing reward-led spending with strict financial discipline?
Yes, that's the heart of it. Exactly. It's a balancing act between enjoying the benefits of credit and avoiding the creep of debt. And, this kind of approach can save you not just money, but a lot of stress and worry down the line.
Absolutely invaluable. Yeah, and while the temptations are strong, if you stay mindful, you're much more likely to end each month with that satisfying $0.00 balance. That's how you truly get rewarded without
Spot on.
regrets.
For sure. And whenever you feel overwhelmed, just remember that a little self-awareness and a solid strategy, maybe even a visual roadmap from a tool like Debt Free Made Eazy, can really light the way towards financial freedom.
Indeed. Well put. It really centers on the idea that understanding how credit cards work and the tricks behind them empowers you to make choices that align with your financial future instead of being led astray by endless perks.
Definitely. Yep. So whether it's through disciplined budgeting, staying informed about every fee and rate change, or even relying on modern financial tools for guidance, you're ultimately in control. And that's the real win here.
Exactly. Agreed. It's all about reclaiming power over your finances, ensuring those rewards add to your life, not a heavy load of debt. Thanks for such an engaging conversation on making credit cards work for you instead of against you.
Right back at ya.
Attention, a life-changing career opportunity is here, and it can't wait. Agents and brokers are needed in all 50 states, and the best part? No license, no experience required. Every day, Americans struggle with nearly $40 trillion in debt. But you can be the solution. Imagine helping families break free while unlocking the chance to earn $1,000 or more every single day. With our award-winning debt elimination program, you can earn $500 to $1,500 for every person you help. This is your moment to step into financial freedom and change lives. Don't wait. The future is calling. Will you answer?
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of avoiding bankruptcy and keeping your finances in control.
Definitely, it's such a weighty topic because bankruptcy can be, well, terrifying. What's the core message here?
Right. It's all about making smart, practical financial choices before you're forced into the quicksand of
Exactly.
debt. We're looking at 5 key strategies to guard yourself against bankruptcy.
And I know just the thought of bankruptcy can drop your credit score significantly, right?
Oh, absolutely. Filing for bankruptcy isn't just a legal hassle. It's like, a financial sinkhole that can affect your credit for up
Yeah,
to
that's
10
intense.
years. It really makes any borrowing a nightmare.
Right, and being stuck with a low credit score can mean higher interest rates and fewer options down the road.
Exactly. And on top of that, if you file under Chapter 7, you might even risk losing valuable possessions, jewelry, collectibles, you
No
name
small
it.
matter.
So, avoiding that situation is super important.
So, tell me about the first move. What can someone do to prevent being cornered into bankruptcy?
Well, it starts with getting your budget in shape. It's like, the foundation of your entire financial health. There are these 2 really effective budgeting rules, the 28-36 rule and the 50-30-20 rule.
Right, that's a good call. Could you break those down a bit? They seem critical.
Sure thing. The 28-36 rule basically says you should spend no more than 28% of your gross monthly income on your mortgage payment and 36% on all housing and debt-related expenses. Meanwhile, the 50-30-20 rule
that makes
divides your
sense.
income, 50% for necessities, 30% for your wants, and 20% for investments and savings.
That sounds like a neat way to compartmentalize your money. But what if you're already in a tight spot and need to take more drastic measures?
Great question. In those cases, you might have to consider refinancing your mortgage, selling your home to downsize, or even cutting out extras like vacations, recreational vehicles, or drawing from your savings.
Tough decisions, but sometimes necessary. It's like making sacrifices to prevent sinking further into debt, right?
Exactly. Think of it as a temporary pinch to avoid a long-term financial freefall.
Indeed. Okay, so budgeting is the cornerstone. What comes next in this strategy?
After budgeting, it's crucial to negotiate with your lenders. Now, this might sound a bit intimidating, but if you handle your debt issues early, lenders may actually be willing to work with you.
Yeah, that's reassuring. I mean, wouldn't the lender prefer to negotiate rather than see you filing for bankruptcy?
Absolutely. It's a lose-lose situation for both parties if bankruptcy happens. So, negotiating might involve extending your payment deadlines, reducing your monthly payments, or even waiving late fees and penalties.
Right, that could really ease the pressure. But just to challenge that a bit, what if the lender isn't flexible? Not all of them play nice, right?
That's a fair point, and it really underscores the importance of tackling your debt early so you have that negotiation room.
Timing is everything.
And if negotiations hit a roadblock, there's debt settlement. But let me say, that should be sort of your last resort.
Oh, debt settlement? That's like negotiating to pay just part of what you owe, isn't it?
Exactly. Imagine owing $10,000 and being able to settle for, say,
Yep, that can be tempting.
$5,000. But it does come with challenges. Using debt settlement companies might help, but you'll face fees and, again, a hit to your credit score.
That trade-off sounds risky. Getting a settlement means you're still hurting your credit, correct?
Right? So it's sort of a double-edged sword. It's not a perfect solution, but when you're cornered, it might be the way out.
Not ideal, but sometimes necessary.
Exactly. Following that, you have debt consolidation. This one is pretty neat because it involves combining all your high-interest debts into a single, lower-interest loan.
That can free up cash flow. It sounds almost too simple. Just consolidate everything and make one lower payment. Is it really that straightforward?
Well, it's not a magic bullet.
Yeah,
The
I
trick
see.
is that once you free up that extra cash, you have to be really disciplined to avoid the temptation of splurging. Otherwise, you might just end up back where you started.
Right? It's like having a supercharged credit line. You need to make sure you're not using it to fuel bad habits.
Precisely. And then, the cherry on top for securing your financial future is taking advantage of modern debt management programs that guide you out of debt entirely.
That sounds promising indeed. Are you referring to solutions like those all-in-one debt consolidation accounts?
Yes, exactly. For instance, there's a program called Debt Free Made Eazy. It uses advanced banking algorithms to analyze your debt situation and create a tailored plan.
That's clever.
It's designed so that ideally, you can be completely debt-free in as little as 5 to 7 years, all without having to make drastic lifestyle changes.
Right? It's like automating your financial recovery. I love that idea. A system that automates your budgeting and debt payoff. But what about those unforeseen emergencies that might pop up?
That's a great challenge. Emergencies will always be there, and no plan is foolproof.
Yeah, I agree.
The key is to have a small safety net as part of your budget to absorb those shocks. So even with these systems, some level of emergency fund is critical.
It's all about balance, using technology to optimize debt repayment, but also staying prepared for life's curveballs.
Absolutely. It's like, balancing on a tightrope. You need to invest in both forward momentum and backup safety measures.
Yep, that's a good analogy. So, to wrap it up, the steps are solid budgeting with those rules, negotiate early with lenders, consider debt settlement only when it's a last resort, consolidate your debts to free up cash, and then secure your financial future with smart tech solutions.
Exactly. And remember, while these steps might require some tough choices, they're all about steering you clear of that overwhelming bankruptcy quicksand and instead setting you on a confident path to financial freedom.
That's empowering. I'm really inspired to re-examine my own budgeting now. Thanks for breaking down these complex ideas so clearly.
Anytime. Remember, financial stability is not a destination, it's an ongoing journey. Stay informed, stay agile, and always be ready to negotiate your way out of debt before it escalates.
Right on. Well, that's all we have time for today. Let's keep those financial strategies in mind, folks. Stay smart and keep your budgets tight. Thank you, Sarah, for such a wonderful discussion today on the Wealth Beyond Debt show. We hope our insights on creating a financial plan to pay off debt have been helpful to you. A big thank you to our audience for tuning in. If you found this episode valuable, please like and share it to help others on their journey to becoming debt-free. We'd also love to hear from you. Feel free to comment with any topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes. Together, let's empower each other to achieve financial freedom.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Overwhelmed by debt? There's a proven way out. Debt Free Made Eazy transforms debt into money back in your pocket. Eliminate all debt fast without refinancing or consolidation. Proven results since 2004, over $2.8 billion eliminated. Thousands have eliminated mortgages, credit cards, auto, student, and personal loans. No refi, no consolidation, just results. Our Debt Crushers AI software eliminates all debt. Fast, simple, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. I have eliminated $275,000 of my own debt. Scan or click on the link below to start putting your money back into your pocket. Eliminating debt since 2004.